Hello, welcome to Mart's Garage. There's the 100E. I'm going to take it out for a run this afternoon, stroke evening, down to Gaydon, which is about 25 miles from here. So it's a fairly long run, so I'm going to give it a quick check over, and I'm going to do a couple of little jobs that I didn't do on my initial round of work. One of the jobs that I didn't do is change the gearbox oil. So I'm going to drain the gearbox oil and refill it with some fresh oil. I've bought some oil, but I'm going to use a technique that I haven't used before, because if you jack the car up to get access, it's hard. You've got to put axle stands under the back, axle stands under the front, have it level for the oil level. Years ago, a friend at work said how he did his car, and I've never tried it, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to think this through, what I'm going to do, because I'm like I say, I've never done this before. But you jack it up from the side, take out the drain plug, let it down, drain it, jack it up again, put the plug back in, and refill it from the side, put a drain pan underneath, lower it down and let it drain out, you know, from the side, because it will overfill, won't it, because you've got it on a slope. Then you lower it down, it'll drain out, then you jack it up again and put the plug back in. So that's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm hoping that I can just jack under the sill where it's nice and strong, where I've, you know, put all the extra strengthening in, and should be okay, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to jack the whole car up, I'm just going to jack it up from the side here. Okay, I'll get cracking then, and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. I checked the, I had a quick look in the manual, and the filler's on the right hand side, so this is the side to jack up. Impressive that the door still opens and closes nicely. Not great access under there, because the gearbox is quite far forward. I might jack it up again with the thing further back, but it is draining. The problem is the filler plug is quite badly rounded off. This is the drain plug. I'll clean this up. You see that says Enfo, English Ford. Okay, I'm going to go underneath and try and get the... I think I might re-jack it further back so I can get in at the front of the jack. Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay, that one's off. I'll go and clean this one up. And I might file it a bit to make it easier to undo next time. Okay, so I need to go and get a squeezy bottle and put some oil in there. And I need to put the plug in there. Look, down there's a Volvo gearbox. Here's the Ford one that I've just took out from the bottom. You can see how badly rounded off it is. And this is the one out of the Volvo box. Not bad at all really, and it's the same thread, exactly the same, so I'm going to use that. And what I'll do, I'll take one of my little magnets that I bought, which are here. I'll put that in there, put a little magnet in there, and that'll go. I'll use that as a drain plug. So I'll put that in now. You don't need to see me do that. I've got a little problem with my camera holder, it just fell off then. But I'll put this in and I'll see about getting some oil into it. I'll bring you back when there's more to show. That's my oil. And I'll put it into that jug and I'll pour it into this bottle. I don't think it's full, but I'll I'll put a little bit more in, then I'll let it down and see if it drains out. I can see what I put off doing this job, well, it ain't very nice. Okay, I can feel there's oil in there now, so I'll let it down, let's see if it leaks. You know, let's see if it levels out from there. I don't know if the fan's pointing in the right place, I hope it is. Oh shit, it's missed the bowl. Oh damn it. I suppose I suppose you'd have to say that the first lesson there is I should have done it when I had the car all jacked up on the stands, when I was doing all the welding and everything. To be honest, it was just one of the things that kind of slipped my mind, and I thought, okay, now I'm going to do more than just driving around the block. I better put some fresh oil in it. I didn't even know if it had oil in it, you know, because I'd never tried draining it. So I'll leave that to drain down, and then I'll just put the plug in. I can reach under and put the plug in without having to jack it up, and we'll call it good. Other than I spilt a bit because I didn't have the bowl in the right place. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if this method is better than the other method, but it does work. Yeah, I'd say easier to do it by jacking the car up squarely, but you know, but if you don't want to take the time to jack it up and put the axle stands under the axles and everything, it's an alternative. Hello, Rube. Hello, baby. Oh, hello. Oh, thank you, darling. That's lovely. Oh, yeah, thanks. Oh, tap. Yeah, thank you. Well, that's about as accurate as you're going to get it, isn't it? I'll go. Thank you, Rube. I'll have my face washed. Thank you, darling. That's lovely. So, plug and wipe with a rag, I think. Okay. Be interesting to see what the old oil was like. Except the new oil's just drained on top of it. Yeah, that's about it now, innit? That ain't really coming out anymore. Well, it is just a bit, isn't it? Okay, righto, back in a little bit. Good job this car ain't very wide. Ooh, okay. Right. Bit of rag. Where's my rag? I've lost my rag. Oh, here it is. Lost my rag is a slang term meaning to lose your temper. Okay. Good. Right, job done. There we go. There's the plug. There's the drain plug. Let's go a magnet in, and that's the one from the Volvo box. So yeah, good, isn't it? You know, there's standardised parts used. You know, NPT threads. I don't think my OCD is going to stand for doing 3/4 of a turn to get that upright. I'm not going to slacken it off. Okay, righto. I'll bring you back when there's more to show. But for now, that'll do for this little session. Thanks very much for joining me in the garage. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then. Bye. Well, I'll do my utmost to capture YouTube gold at every opportunity. I'm afraid I'm failing. This is the thing that I use for holding the camera, and the piece of rubber that was on here went. So I don't know if you noticed, but the camera fell off a few times when I was filming under the car. It just popped out. So I've just put those two cable ties there, and now you won't see it because I can't show you it, but you can imagine the camera fits in there and it holds it nice. So that's a quick little job. The other job that I've just done, you'll see that the bonnet is open on the car. This plug was on the car, this plug, and you can see it's been fitted with a grease nipple. Now these steering boxes aren't actually supposed to run on grease, so I've took this plug out, and I've taken the plug out of this steering box, which is a spare one, and fitted it. So I took the plug out of that spare steering box and put it in there, but before I did that I topped the steering box up with oil, and I used the same oil that I used on the gearbox. So those two things, the steering box oil and the gearbox oil, were the only two things that were bothering me that I hadn't done. You know, there are probably other things that I haven't done, but those are the only two things that were bothering me. You know, I've got a high threshold for getting bothered about things. Okay, right, yeah, looking good. That's that dip switch that I fitted, that's looking good. Yeah, all looking good under here. Battery from Halfords, old-fashioned type. Positive earth. There. Looking okay. Okay, right. Time to tidy up. So, yeah. So, a couple of little jobs there. I didn't bother filming that because, you know, it ain't anything ground shaking, is it? Gearbox oil, steering box oil, and I think I'm ready for my little run out tomorrow now. The only other thing that's bothering me, maybe I might have a go at this, I'm just not sure how long I want to stay out here. There's a smell of fuel, and the smell of fuel only really came on. Yeah, I can smell it now as I've opened the boot lid. That only really came on after I filled the car with fuel. So I wouldn't like to say this is gushing out, leaking, but I think it might be leaking very slightly. I don't think there's like a major leak, but I think there's certainly a slight wetness to it. So I think I might siphon some fuel out, take this off, make a new gasket, seal it all and refit it. I might do that. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. If it works, I'll show you a easy way of siphoning fuel without having to get your mouth on the tube. I just tried all the screws and they've all, you know, loose, and they're not, none of them are actually really particularly tight. It might be low enough. I'll try taking a screw out. Try that repaired camera mount as well. Try this one because this is the bottom one, isn't it? fuel. Okay. Right, I need to drain a little bit more out. You can hear it. This one should come out, I think. There's fuel there. There's fuel there, but not there. I think that one's slightly lower than that one. I'm just impatient. Take the siphon out. That jerry can's quite heavy now. Okay, right then, what's going on here? Okay. Somebody's kind of put silicone on this or something. Now, silicone isn't very good for fuel. Okay, that looks nice. Looks okay, doesn't it? Looks in nice condition. Okay, right, what can we do? What can we do here? Take this off. I suppose the best thing to do is just clean it all up. I'll have to make a new gasket, which won't be dead easy, but you know, shouldn't be impossible. And put it back on. Okay. Yeah, the fuel literally is just about there. So no smoking, please, if you don't mind. Okay, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Not that it's a massive interesting job, is it? But hey, back in a bit. I've cleaned up the sander unit. I found these are the screws, and I found these little washers, and the screws just about, you can just force them through the washer. They're fibre washers. It had copper washers on it, but they all look a bit oversized, as if it's something that somebody put on, not the originals. I don't know what they had as original, but I was surprised if they had copper washers. They might have done, I just don't know. I've made a little gasket. So the question is, do I just put it on without any sealant, or do I put some sealant on? There's the copper washers. I'll put a tiny bit of sealant on some of that blue Hylamar, both sides of the gasket. I've disconnected the battery. I don't want any stray sparks, you know. Okay. Might do better to put it onto the sender unit, mightn't I? See how we get on with that. You were all thinking it. I thought it as well. Yeah, stick it on the sender unit, Mark. There's a helpful thing on there saying top somewhere. Top, there. Okay. What's the rule? Fit them all first, then tighten them after. The only problem I might have is the sender might not earth. It might have a problem grounding. Just depends if it's touching the screws on the diameter, you know. Because it's not touching the screws on either the face. Rather, the heads of the screws aren't touching it. I can always go around and nip them up after. I'll go and put the battery lead on and have a look, see if the fuel gauge registers. Which it does, so yeah, that's good. Okay, blimey, that's it, isn't it? Okay, I need to put the fuel in then and see if it leaks. Okay, well, you know, on a sort of sample of 2 minutes, it doesn't appear to be leaking, so I'll come back in an hour or so and have a look. Hopefully it's okay. Right, there you go, another little job. So there we are, the car's ready for me to drive down to Gaydon tomorrow now. So I'll take a bit of footage when I get there. Hopefully I'll see some people I know, and until then I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then, bye. Hello, it's late in the evening and I just came out to have a check what was going on, and I could see a tiny bit of wetness and a little bit of moisture here. Now, I didn't actually do anything with that other than take the wire off and put it back on again. But I've just tightened that nut, and it went probably a full turn. So I'm hoping that will stop that from leaking. It seems okay all round by the screws, and you know, between here and there, so yeah, I think that's okay. I think it's a good repair, but it might be that it wasn't leaking there before, but it was leaking there. It wasn't a massive leak, it was only a tiny bit. Okay, what I'll do, I think I'll try and find a little washer that will go on there, because that's quite big, and the other nut is quite small. It's smaller than that. There's the nut. Okay, so I'll find those bits to do that, and I'll put that on, I'll put that on there and come back in the morning and have a look. Well, it's the next morning and I've had a quick look and everything looks fine. It looks nice and dry. I don't believe it's leaking anymore. So that's good. So I'll call that a successful repair. So there you go. 3 simple little jobs. Gearbox oil, that went okay. Steering box topped up, standard plug put back in. Funnily enough, that plug in the steering box matches the one in the gearbox, which matches the one in that Volvo box. You know, they're just a standard plug, aren't they? Yeah, so good, yeah. Oil, leak fixed. Jolly good. Oh, and then a secondary leak afterwards. So yeah, good. Okay. I'm going to go down to Gaden this evening, so hopefully I'll get some footage from that. And when I do, I'll show you that footage. Okay, thanks very much for joining me in the garage. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then, bye. Hello, I'm in the 100E. Jeff's with me, and we're going to Gaydon to the Classic Car Gathering, April 2024. The lights have just changed, so let's go. No, I haven't improved the synchro. This is called Ugly Bridge Road. Have they just had a bump? I think they have, haven't they? Well, looking at the car. So anyway, we're out in the countryside, a bit alien to us. We're going the scenic route rather than the motorway, because this car ain't very good on motorways. It's a nice evening actually. It's been raining all day until about a couple of hours ago. It's been pretty rainy on and off a lot of the days recently. Been held up here, Jeff. When these were under development, first came out in the early 50s, there must have been a bit of a revelation as to how light and nimble they felt, you know, compared to the Ford Pops.
Well, it was the old separate chassis, wooden floorboards.
Yeah.
I remember on the old Prefect and that, there was quite thick, quite thick as well, wasn't they? Oh, was it a green for what's it? Was it?
Green for going left, yeah. I ended up in the wrong way.
What did I used to? Can't see
I
the
don't see
lights.
the lights, mate. You have to wait for another two.
Well,
Well, it'll go when they go, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so it was, as you say, quite,
I mean, I've driven
quite a
Ford,
change,
Ford
so.
Pop.
Yeah, the movement, so. I had the Prefect and that felt top heavy, you know.
Yeah, I had the Prefect as well. But this is nimble and it handles, you know. The steering's light and positive. Relatively.
10. Yep. The old streaks there. I can't remember what that one's called now. Seemed alright, yeah.
We'll see how it feels. We'll do about 50 and then we can do 50 on the motorway going back then. to spend time doing the tracking and getting the steering wheel nice and straight. I think we can just sweep right straight round there without stopping.
Look, there's nothing coming. Bloke in front still here.
Whoa, gonna have to stop. The clutch is very high. I used to
Car
work,
park on the right.
well, one of the places I used to work out of. Right, so I'm going to signal right now because we're going to go right at the right. Okay, Jeff, you'll have to stop filming now so I can get the email up for the gate. Okay, catch you in a bit then. Okay, we'll catch you in a bit then. We're going to get the email up to get in the gate, so see you in a bit. Okay, we're in.
So he's on the square and film. Smokes.
A lot of dust.
Oh, Steph and what's it? Tony and Steph are here in the pickup.
Oh, park on the right here, near the spot.
Leave her age.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a good nick. I like the colour of those as well. Yeah, it seems nice, that. Alright.
Thanks. I don't really want to point something out, but wouldn't it be a nice idea if you polished it before you come out?
Yeah.
There's a saying, you know, and it's something to do with polishing and turds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just be careful, mate, because rust can jump.
That's what I've heard. I wondered how it got spread. Yes.
It's airborne.
See you in a bit. Well, there we are at Gaydon. Good turnout. Early days yet. Early doors yet. Need a few more people turning up. That's the motor museum there. It's my old gaffer. I didn't realise he was there. Chris. I'm going to have a chat with Chris. Mercedes.
Oh, it's rear engine.
Yeah. I saw it at the classic car show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because it had the engine in the back, which is unusual, isn't it, for a Mart? We've just got through a heavy rainstorm, and which has gone away as fast as it came, and I'm having a little walkabout. There's a nice Citroen here, an early one. You know, early one of these anyway. Jeff, I think this is what you undo here, look.
Yeah, that's it.
We were just talking about
The whole rear fender.
take the rear fender off to change the wheel. It's an early one, it's nice. quite sure how you take the wheel off. Looks like you undo that Allen bolt in the middle there.
Yeah, it just looks like a big Allen key.
Yeah. The side lights, them extra lamps on the front there, do you?
Well, they swivel with the steering, don't they?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they do. No, I don't think they do.
One of them, they had swivel lamps with the steering.
That's nice. That is right-hand drive as well. Don't know what the story is behind it. Interesting. Lots of much newer cars than would take my fancy. There's my friend Paul's 55 Bel Air, which I think I've shown before.
Your mate?
Yeah. Vitesse, just I don't know if he's just turned up or he's just going. Mark III Cortina over the back there with the roof rack. Short wheelbase Landy here, look. Cobra. One would have to say replica, obviously. Well, look at oh, here's a Mustang, Richard's Mustang. Morris Minor, police car. Rear engine. Gordini. Yeah. Look at the wheels on it though, taking the mick. Yeah, go on.
I was saying these were everywhere when I was a kid. Not the Gaydonis, but
Oh wow. Oh, you got to be careful with the wind. With the. Were you wearing the Model A the ones?
Yes.
I remember. Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about the motor then, mate.
Well, this.
Yeah.
I bought it as is. I didn't
Okay.
make it to it. It came up on the internet and
Yeah.
I bought it. It had a complete body complete stripped underneath. It had never been welded.
Oh wow.
Never had any work. You know.
It's nice, isn't it?
So,
It is, yes.
well, you don't find any as rare as Hensley.
No. No. Got the Sunbeam Tiger. 260. The old bus here, look, Hanson Dorset. You can have deep pockets if you want to try and mess about with things like that. Bristol. Jilk's Garage Cafe. I saw this drive in and I was having a conversation with my old friend Chris. And I wondered where it was, and I hazarded a guess it might be a Comma Cobb, I'm not sure. Oh yeah. Comma Cobb. Thing's a bit windy, isn't it? Nice little van that, 15-inch wheels as well. Because it's the commercial version, it's a Comma. Don't see many of those either, do you, these days? Used to see them around when I was a kid. Volkswagen. Is that what they call the variant? Looks big, doesn't it? Left-hand drive must have been imported. Interesting. I wonder if this belongs to a friend of mine. Could be. Little trio of minis rolled in. Just having a last little walkabout before I sign off. Little Sprite here, look, got a lump in the bonnet. I don't know what that means. Ginetta. Volkswagen variant there, the wagon. I think this is a mini Marcos, I'm not sure. Here's my car. Oh, is that a Pinto or a Maverick? I think it's a Maverick, isn't it? Oh, it's a bit flighty. It's a Maverick, I think. Sounds a bit mean, doesn't it? My little car there, look, in amongst all the others. Well, that's a good idea, isn't it? Get a cup of tea on. Little standard over the back there. I was just saying to Jeff, it's one of, you know, the 100E, it's one of its contemporaries. A couple of nice Vanguards over there. My preference would be for the wagon, obviously. Everybody loves a wagon. SD1 there, look at blue. I don't like that. Okay, it's gone very cold. It's gone very cold. So I think I'm going to wind it up at that. That's a mean looking machine, isn't it? No, I'm not going to wind it up. Let's have a look at this mean looking thing over here. Oh, another standard Vanguard there, look, a later one. Okay, I'm gonna. Wow, that's a fantastic looking machine, isn't it? What a beast. Don't know what it is. Little bucket seats.
They're very Germanic, so.
Dunlop racing tyres. Gonna have to Google the number plate when I get home and see what it is. Certainly got a bit of race pedigree. Bloody hell. Fantastic machine.
Never heard the steam.
Oh, here we go. Oh, sorry.
The belt's a bit flat. Isn't that funny because somebody else thought it was a bit loose?
So there we go, Aston Martin. Oh yeah, I knew that all along. What a fantastic looking machine. Okay, on that high note, I'm going to end it there then. Thanks very much for joining me at Gaydon. Take care and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then, bye. Here we are, back, safe and sound. Car ran well. So yeah, a good evening out really. Great. Okay, thanks very much for joining me. Take care and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then. Bye.